Hello there, my name is Lorelei Crossway, and I will be making an informative speech about home economics and why it is essential to the younger generation of America to bring back these courses in the high school curriculum. So, what are the life skills that you have personally used the most? Driving, hygiene, cooking, and where did you learn these skills? Did you learn it from your mom, an aunt, an uncle? School? As of 1994, the name home economics did change to family and consumer sciences. But as of 2006, only 3 states require home economics as a curriculum for graduating. And the reason that this is concerning is that younger generations are not being implemented the values of capability, the values of independence, and the values of basic life skills such as cooking, cleaning, hygiene, basic infant care, basic self-care, managing your finances. All of these values have not become essential in the everyday school curriculum. And in fact, they are essential. It is essential to allow children to be capable so that they can become successful adults. And today I want to discuss more of those benefits, what it entails, and what the rate of success along with these basic life skills perceives for children as they grow older into becoming independent adults. Not all parents teach their children these skills, such as managing a kitchen or finances. So therefore, these courses in school can set up children for more accessible futures and long-lasting confidence in their everyday lives. And as they grow older, if they're not confident in basic life skills, they will not succeed. So therefore, we have to analyze why home economic courses became unessential in the curriculum in our country. And one of those reasons is budget restrictions. Budget restrictions on what courses should be and shouldn't be offered and what should be considered essential to graduate. So there's that. The budget restriction should be restricted on solely math, reading and writing, and yes, science and home economics. Because if we put too much funding in extracurricular activities, which extracurricular activities are very important, yes, to the creativity and growth of children. However, if they're not able to access life skills for themselves, if they're not able to succeed and feel confident that they are capable to do certain things on their own, they won't even have time for the extracurricular fun that will come into life. Therefore, the budget restriction should prioritize home ec before extracurricular activities. Regardless if those are important, it is more important to create successful and healthy future generations for this country. A quote that I'm going to read off of from The Week of an article written by Carmel Lobello called Home Ec Could Save a Generation. Budget restrictions and changes in consumer habits have devalued cooking and housework skills, and the fact that girls now have the same career goals and aspirations as boys makes the traditionally girl-dominated subject seem almost offensively outdated, which is true. Gender roles have become offensively outdated in terms of what is required of a wife or a husband. In recent times, in the last few years, women have now went to work to a 9-to-5 while their husband stays at home and cooks and cleans the house. Sometimes husbands are now stay-at-home fathers and will stay at home to manage the home and take care of the children while the mother goes out and works a 9-to-5. Even if both parents are working, the roles have reversed. There is no gender specific on who is to be capable of what. But what is not outdated is life skills. That is not outdated. Every individual needs that vital independence for success in their adulthood. Therefore, basic life skills do need to be taught in school, considering, as I mentioned before, not all parents adapt these life skills in their home or even allow their children to be capable at home. Some parents overstimulate their children by doing everything for them. Some parents have a lack of awareness of what their children are even capable of doing. Some parents are just detached and disassociated and don't actually know how to be empathetic towards their children. Therefore, they are not going to be able to be emotionally available to teach their children any basic life skills. So this is why it is very important This is why it is essential to the future generations of our country to learn these basic life skills so that they can indeed become successful adults. In terms of capability and allowing children to succeed, allowing children to do what they are learning to do, there is a quote from a very famous childhood development educator named Agata Gerber. I have been studying her work for years in my other courses of child development. So a quote that I'm going to read off of is a direct famous quote from her herself. If we can learn to struggle, we can learn to live. So if we learn from our struggles, we will learn to live independently, is how I perceive that quote. And it is a very important perspective in terms of why home economics is a benefit to the development of children. Another quote stated by her that is very famous is, "An infant always learns." The less we interfere with the natural process of learning, the more we can observe how much infants are learning all the time. Even though this quote is specific onto infants, it still applies to high schoolers and other younger generation children as well, because the natural process of learning does come from trial and error. The natural process of struggle can be adapted into learning to become independent and learning to be capable. If we over-coddle children and over-analyze what they can and can't do and don't allow them to expand and explore, they will never have the benefit of success. They will never be able to be independent. The more we allow children to be capable, the more they will learn. And the more we allow them to struggle, the more they will learn as well to become independent through trial and error. The marketing is another topic that I wanted to touch base on in terms of home economics, because in terms of the last quote that I stated, how consumerism has changed in our country. Less people are buying certain appliances. However, more people are buying certain things for their home than other essentials that were essential a few years ago. And that's okay that consumerism has changed. It should not affect home economics in terms of what we teach children. So if consumerism has changed in terms of appliances, we can teach children how to work newer appliances, such as an air fryer, a toaster oven. Even some homes don't have a microwave. Maybe their parents don't allow them to use the microwave. However, they can be taught how to use the microwave in school or taught how to use the air fryer at school. Therefore, maybe not everybody is using a stove anymore or a literal oven. Maybe more people are using air fryers and toaster ovens for their cooking for faster and quicker meals. However, we can still adapt the new curriculum into new learning for the new consumerism of products in America by teaching children how to use those products. Another consumerism factor that has adapted into America is that more people want to buy food that is already prepped or already cooked. However, most people don't know how to go about ordering these types of food packages. Even though there is a marketing for these companies that send you pre-prepared meals that are packed with protein, tons of nutrition, and essential vitamins, and enough calories to sustain you for a meal. Even though there's a marketing behind it, it is not a fast marketing, and it is not a very well-known marketing to the younger generation. Therefore, in home economics, we could be teaching children how to navigate these types of websites, how to order pre-prepped meals. So therefore, if they're not willing to cook for themselves when they are adults, because maybe they're just too tired from their long day at work, they don't want to cook today, they at least know how to implement a system for fast, quick, easy eating that is not fast food, which comes into another terms of marketing. Marketing has a very intense advertisement for, yes, fast, quick, easy food. Food that will fill you up, that is tasty, and ready to eat in the quick matter of just spending, say, $10 to $20. The fast marketing that is behind fast food should be implemented in our country towards the marketing of these companies that prepare fast, quick, easy meals that are actually nutritious for you. The fact that children are not being taught the difference between healthy and unhealthy in school is concerning in terms of marketing. If they're never taught what is healthy and what is not, if they're never taught basic nutrition, if they're never taught the vitamins that are in specific foods and why those are the benefits to your healthy body, they will begin to kind of take the fast marketing of fast food into a more literal sense, and they will not understand the unhealthy benefits that don't come from eating fast food, the unhealthy mechanisms that come from eating fast food. Most younger generations feel like, whatever, as long as I feed myself, as long as I'm fed. Yes, it is important to feed yourself, but it is also important to take your health into consideration when feeding yourself. And if schools implemented these home economic courses in high school, children would actually understand maybe how to be healthy as adults, and we could decrease obesity in America, we could decrease high blood pressure, and yes, we could decrease a lot of other health benefactors that cause us to struggle when we become adults in terms of our relationships with food. So in conclusion, the need for bringing back home economics is vital, and it is important to bring back these courses to all 50 states and make it a requirement for a curriculum to graduate high school. It is important to the future generations of our country to become healthier and more independent. They need to struggle and learn from those struggles. Children need to be learning how to be capable, they need to learn how to be independent, and they need to apply the struggles that they learn from to their everyday skills in order for children to become confident and independent adults. They need to be treated as capable children. They need to be treated as not an object, but a human. Therefore, home economics is essential to the future generations of our country. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.